Hey, good morning, everyone. It's your girl. Hashtag J Lizzle, J Lone in the building. I hope everybody's doing great today. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. I was actually coming on here today as it's cold here in Texas, and I think our high today is like 40 something degrees, but I was on my way to my normal Tuesday morning meeting and figured I would chat with y'all for a little bit while I was driving. And so I had a phenomenal weekend. I'm sure if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see that I was in Tallahassee this weekend and went to visit my favorite school in the whole wide world, the Florida State University. Hey, Johnny. And ran into some old friends and just had a really, really great time. You know, I tell everybody I'm 41, but I feel like I'm 25, at least in my mind. That's what I keep telling myself until I come back from a long trip and then realize, dang, I'm really tired. I can't hang anymore, you know? So anyways, I wanted to give y'all something of substance today as you go through your day and tell you about a conversation that I had with a dear friend while I was there. And she came to me and she asked me, she said, man, you know, I've been watching you on Facebook and I'm just really so proud of, you know, where you are and what you're doing for your business and everything. I'm just really proud. And it seems like something has changed in the past 2 years. And so what happened? Like, what changed in your life? What caused this, you know, this girl to come out? And, you know, I sat there quickly, but I knew what the answer was. And, you know, maybe I'll get a little personal, maybe I won't. I'll give y'all a little taste. And my answer back to her was, for the first time in my life, I am at a very happy place within myself. And I stress the word myself because a lot of the times we seek validation or happiness from outside sources, whether that be your husband, whether that be your wife, whether that be your parents, your friends, society, social media. We are always looking for happiness from an outside source. And when that outside source fails you in some kind of way, you begin to lose your happiness because you never looked to obtain that happiness yourself. And our minds control everything. You have the power to be upset. You have the power to not let something affect you. You also have the power to be happy within yourself. And it took me a very long time to realize, especially a young girl growing up, getting married, having kids really quickly. My happiness was coming from outside sources, but not really so much of what makes Jeanette happy. And over the past 2-3 years, obviously life happens, things happen to you, and sometimes you have to sit down and you have to reflect. And when I was sitting down and I was reflecting, I was like, man, what happened in my life that brought me to this point where I felt like I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with me. I wasn't happy with my life. I just wasn't happy. And I was like, what brought me to this point? And one of the biggest things that I could really go back and tell you all to do is, I'm not telling you not to want great comments and you know, feel good things from your spouses or your friends or from your job or the awards and all of that stuff. But the question is, if you don't get those things, are you still happy with you? And that's the true turning point of my life and what happened. 2-3 years ago, I was at a point where I wasn't happy, and I realized that there were people that I put my trust in to build my happiness. And when that didn't work out for me, it broke me down. And I was at a really not good place. And I started trying to find what I could do to change my life and make me happy. Long story short, I started just digging into me and what makes me happy. What do I want to do outside of my kids, outside of my marriage? Who do I want to be? Where is that girl that I always wanted to grow up to be? Because she's in there. And once I found that, man, it's been an amazing journey. I am at a super, super happy part of my life where I'm not saying no one matters, but I'm so happy within me. It reflects on everything that I'm doing, the relationships that I'm growing, the people that I meet, the people that I see. So if I could tell you anything, because I don't want to make this video very long, is find what makes you happy. And don't let those external factors affect your happiness. Always remember, you're in control of you. You're in control of your happiness. And if you can figure out what that is that makes you happy, the rest will fall in line. I 100% will tell you everything you do will fall in line once you find that true happiness within yourself. So, let's see who's on here watching, because y'all are so quiet. Hey, Tatiana, Austin, Mike, Jeremiah, Elizabeth, Brittany, what's up, girl? Richard Kirby, JD, what's going on? Y'all chime in. I mean, am I speaking truth here or what? What's going on? Y'all not saying much on here. What's up, Mr. Armstrong? Johnny Chapman, what's up, my brother? So yeah, I'm driving to a meeting and I'm trying to speak a little truth and a little validation on what changed. And honestly, a true story on the creation. I told somebody the story of this creation of J Lone, and how J Lone came about. So at this point in my life, 2-3 years ago, Jeanette was Jeanette Holland, who I am, what my name is. She herself wasn't really in a happy place. And I was watching a story on Beyonce. This is a hilarious story. And she was saying how she created Sasha Fierce. Sasha Fierce is her stage name. And Sasha Fierce is fearless. And she, she gets on that stage and she's not Beyonce. She's Sasha Fierce. And her Beyonce was the shy girl, or the girl who, let me pick this up. Sasha Fierce was the girl who got on the stage and, man, she could put on a show. But Beyonce was the shy one. If you ever listen to her interviews, she was really just, she's just really reserved. She doesn't talk the same that she does on stage. She was a totally different person. So when I had found out this, that I needed to find this change, I wasn't, Jeanette wasn't really ready for the change. But who could I create that was my Sasha Fierce? And so we came up with J Lone. And the funny part about it is I always used to, and whether I believe it or not, or you believe it or not, I'm just telling the truth. When I used to walk into places, people would be like, you sound like, or you look like, or anybody ever tell you that, you remind them of J-Lo? And I was just like, yeah, I hear it, but, I don't know. So when we came out with J Lone, that's how it came about. So J Lone was the girl that I created that was fearless. She's the mortgage girl who knows, not going to say she knows it everything, but her confidence was so high. And she was fearless. And, when she walked into a room, she commanded attention. That was J Lone. And it started off as like a joke, like, she's my Sasha Fierce. J Lone is my Sasha Fierce. But what happened is J Lone stuck and people loved it. And more people today call me J Lone than they do my own name. And I love it because she's kind of like, she's my alter ego. So she's who I am. She's that fearless girl. Until I built Jeanette Holland to meet my match, who was J-Lone. I was able to cover myself in my alter ego, but and it worked out for me. So again, I go back to say, hey Charles, maybe some of you women out there have been through something, or even you men, but you know, us women are good at going through things and being able to go in public and smile like we live in the life, right? And it's not faking it till you make it. We're just good at covering up emotions. So J-Lone allowed me, while I rebuilt Jeanette Holland, she allowed me to walk into a room and felt like I was that girl that people wanted to work with, that people wanted to know. And honestly, I'm not going to say it worked, because she's not done yet. J-Lone is not done yet. So if you think she's done, she's not done yet. I'm still growing her, and I'm still growing Jeanette Holland. But right now we're kind of like a match. Like my alter ego and I are kind of side by side. Even though J-Lone's leading the race, Jeanette Holland still has work to do within herself. But J-Lone she's taking the baton, and she's definitely running with it. So to all my females out there, maybe you need to create that girl while you work on you. But make sure you do the things to work on you, which is, like I said, don't depend on other people to build that up. I have a great group of friends that help me through this journey. And you need to find whoever those are for you as well, and learn to make yourself happy without money, without, you know, we have this conversation, we laugh all the time at our kids. You know, when we were younger, we didn't have the things that our kids had today. But man, let me tell you something, we were happy. We'd play outside, we'd play cards, we'd do all this stuff. And today, these kids, they got everything, and they always asking for more. It's never enough. So don't seek money for happiness, because that's only money can only make you happy. Yes, money pays bills. Money affords vacations. Money can buy clothes and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you can't take any of that stuff with you. And if you don't have that stuff, is that truly what makes you happy? Money? Because if not, I tell you to go back and reevaluate your goals and your plans and your life, because being happy has everything to do with everything else, but not just money. It's just several things that factor into that. So today's Tuesday message is find your happy. What is your happy? What makes you happy? What things did you stop doing that you used to love to do? Did you play basketball? Did you run? Did you write poems? Did you do poetry? Did you go out every once in a while? What is it that makes you happy? Find that thing. And I tell you, start doing that thing every week or every month if your schedule allows. Just try to find what that is that makes you happy. And I promise you, find that thing, start doing it, build yourself back up. And I guarantee you, everything else, it's like a domino effect. Everything else in your life will begin to fall into place. Watch. You're going to call me one day, or you're going to inbox me and say, man, Jeanette, your speech on Facebook Live Tuesday, October 29th was vital to the change in my life. So I'm signing off. I'm about to be at my meeting. And as always, I tell y'all always, and I mean it, I love y'all. If y'all ever need anything, inbox me. It doesn't have to be with mortgages. If you need anything, advice, anything, just inbox me. Hit me up on my cell phone, 817-601-5456. So I'm happy to help you in any way, shape, or form. And I will definitely talk to y'all soon, okay? Love y'all. It's your girl, #JLone, signing off. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.